Well, I think the challenge is to really bring this character down, to ground him, to make him real for an audience and for me, because Sam Childers is not like Gerard Butler. You know, I'm a Glasgow boy. I have my own swagger, but Sam was a gun-toting biker, tattooed in and out of jail, drug addict, big, just. And like that kind of redneck character from Trailer Park, like thick, talking like that, got a whole different thing going on. Very different than me. So it's being able to physically embody that, get on that swagger and take on that dialect without it feeling caricature, because even if it had been my own accent, it would still have been the most challenging role I'd had to do, because it is a real life character and because of all the places that he does have to go to in his life. Firstly, I worked very intensely, like every day through the shoot, and maybe for 2 to 3 months before we started shooting, 5 times a week with my dialect coach, whose name is Gerard Butler, believe it or not. But he's a big black guy with dreads. I mean, he's like, and we've done like 4 movies together now, and he's my boy, and he's amazing, and also he has the same name as me, so I thought, how can I not work with this guy? And also he's from Pennsylvania, so he was very passionate about this story, and he wanted me to get it right. So him and I work together a lot, and then he gives me a lot of examples of people like Sam. But the best thing was the footage that I had of Sam, because when I visited Sam or when I met with Sam, I filmed him and I recorded him, and then over his career, Sam has thousands of interviews. So I literally had like about 60 interviews on my iPod that I would just play in the background, either in my headphones or in the car or around the house, just to hear Sam talking, saying, a lot of you people think that, talk, just to start to get the rhythms in, and the feeling, almost the psyche. You feel when you listen to that all the time, you start to absorb some of the attitudes and nuances of both the accent and the character.
Hey guys, he's Gerard Butler.
And this is George Penicoli.
And the two Jerrys are doing what?
We're kicking off the action in Toronto!
It's an unbelievable piece for you. I mean, again, I hate to keep harping on that, but it's something that, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I never thought you had it in you. No, I mean, are you okay with me saying that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow, I mean, there was such,
it's like the biggest backhanded compliment I've ever had. No, but I can see that and I get it.
Yeah.
I've done other work that's very intense, but a lot of people haven't seen that. Sometimes for that reason. So you get known in Hollywood for having done certain things, and the reason it's a compliment is because, and what's exciting for me as an actor is that when you do work, it does surprise people. They go, oh wow, I didn't know you could do that. Actually, that's how I would describe it. I didn't know you could do that. So in actual fact, no. I love it when people say that.
What was it like for you to be working with those kids? And you were actually in the Sudan, weren't you?
No, we filmed in South Africa.
Okay.
But the kids there, the areas we were, it's a very tribal system, and that was what made the movie worthwhile for me, was working with these kids. I spent more time with them than I did with anybody, because they were so much fun, beautiful, like physically the most beautiful. You couldn't stop looking at them. I mean, every girl, you go, okay, that's going to be the next supermodel.
Yeah.
And even the boys, just the most perfect faces, and so much innocence in their eyes, and warmth and excitement about you, just as, or us, just as people, and then you take that and you imagine in Sudan these same kids and what they've been through, the horrors that they've had to witness, and that's kind of what drove me to the brink in this.
Do you think a lot of people are going to be surprised by this movie and by your performance?
Well, I hope people are surprised by the movie. It's a surprising movie, and as you say, it really has it all, and it opens up an area that a lot of people don't know about, and what is going on down in Sudan. that really you can't avoid it when you watch it. And then, yeah, of course, you hope they'll be surprised by your performance, and they'll go, "Wow, it's actually all right."
Yeah, no, there are going to be a lot of people surprised by it. I mean, look, you're a great actor, but I mean, this role has so much more depth, and there's just so much more of you that we haven't seen. And I'm sure you've gotten this already. You've gotten a lot of good reaction from this, haven't you?
I've had some great reactions, but coming from you, I'm no seriously.
Oh, come on.
No, but no, because it's true. We laugh and we joke and we talk about our movies, and a lot of them are comedies or just lighter fare. So, when I do this, you know when somebody likes your movie or when they like you.
Exactly.
I've done my interviews where they go, "Hey, no, listen, well done, liked the movie." And no, you didn't. You hated the movie. I can see it like that,
I think we've had conversations like that in the past.
Probably everyone up until today.
No, not you.
I've been training for a surf movie that I'm about to
Maverick.
write. Yeah, and also the last movie I was a soccer player, so I've done my fair share of keeping fit in the last few months.
Well, we've joked about it too, because I remember after 300, you were like, "Yeah, I gained it all back. I'm just a big fat pig."
Yeah.
And you weren't, of course.
No, I was.
No. You weren't.
That's okay.
You were. But I mean, it's easy for you to kind of gain it and then lose it, or is it tough?
It's tough. I mean, especially the weight that I put on for 300. I mean, the muscle that I built there, that was a lot of work. And then I let it go, and then I had to get it back for another movie. And but recently it's been a lot slimmer and using less weight. And to be honest, that's the way. Your heart, it's better for your heart, I think, and it's
you feel better.
You feel better,
Yeah.
It's been a much more cardio-based fitness, and I've had fun with that. Now, watch this. My next movie, I'll probably have to be a musclehead again, and I'll be singing the praises of why it's good to have a lot of muscle, Well, it's so much better than a cardio workout.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You're pretty
Well, I'm only keeping up with the likes of you, mister. Come on. We Gerards have to stick together.
That's right.
Yeah,
baby.
That's right. Now, do you like Gerard better or Jerry better?
I think Jerry.
Yeah.
I think Jerry. What do you like?
Well, I go by Jerry, but my real name is Gerard.
No.
And it's only because people never know how to say it.
Well, that's interesting you say that, because in Scotland we say Gerard.
Oh, Jared.
Yeah, Gerard.
Oh, Jared. I can't even say it.
You can't even say it. We can, because we have that crisp R.
That's
Gerard.
Yes.
Hey, Gerard.
Gerard.
Like that. Gerard. And so we put the emphasis on the first syllable, but in America it's that everlasting, infinite second syllable, so it's Gerard.
And people ultimately say Gerald, which I hate. I hate Gerald.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
Sorry to all you
Yeah,
Geralds
no offense to
there.
any Gerald.
Gerard, hi, I'm Michelle Monaghan. Gerard, I haven't seen you since Rock and Roller here.
Hi.
And Michelle, we haven't met, but I'm here. I'm the Oscar messenger. Tom Hooper told me that he named me the Oscar messenger last year when I told him he was going to win Best Director and his film was going to win Best Picture. And I'm here today to tell you, Machine Gun Preacher is the best film I've seen at the Toronto Film Festival.
Wow.
And you're, Gerard, on your way to winning and certainly being nominated as a Best Actor award.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Your beautiful, magnificent, rangy performance. Am I right, Michelle?
You are absolutely right. That's right.
I know, we agree totally.
I wouldn't disagree.
Am I the first person to tell you this, Jerry? Oh, I hope so, but...
Yeah, no, you are.
Oh, okay, all right. It has a great sense of humor. So and I have to say hello to you from a New York friend, Angus.
Oh, yeah.
Mackindu.
Yeah.
I live upstairs of his restaurant. I do.
Oh, it's so very local.
It's a local.
Where's Angus?
Yeah, hey Angus, we're doing a shout out. So Jerry, how did this wonderful script and this wonderful part come to you? Oh my God, and you're so incredible in it.
Thank you. I guess it kind of came the normal way, except that it was a weird part to it that Mark, the director, didn't want me to read the script. He kept saying, I don't want Jerry to read it because I don't want him to get attached to it until I know the movie's going and that we're all good with this. And finally, when I read the script, I knew exactly why. Because you don't give that to an actor and then take it away from him. Because the second you get a hold of this, you go either, not for me, but if it is for me, I got to do this. And I read this role of Sam Childers and thought, this is a journey that I want to go on. That as an audience member, I would love to go on as well. As I want to be involved in telling that story, enlightening people, and kind of blowing their minds, because it's a mind-blowing film.
Well, we got the exposition out of the way about what the film is about with the other gentleman we just talked to, Sam, and the screenwriter and the director. So I have to tell you, Jerry, the last time I saw you for Rock and Roll, you were cracking me up. But this time, you reduced me to tears, both you guys. Several times I was crying. Then Mark Forster just reduced me to tears again.
Well, what did you do?
So it was very moving. It was those moments with you and the children.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought you meant he said something in the other room that had you in tears.
He
I was
did.
like, oh, he did?
He told me about a story he had never told before about one of the children. But let's talk about you and the children, because then we will have just seen him talking. So your fans want to hear you talk about them.
Oh, so just
You and
how
the
was my
children
experience?
and your.
You know what? I've never had a better experience with children. Even our kids in the movie.
Yes. Yes.
Back home, I left Detroit. We filmed the first half, thinking they were the two coolest girls ever.
Yeah, they were amazing.
And then I went to Africa, and my mind was blown. And really, it was life-changing to spend so much every day. I was surrounded by hundreds of kids, and there was this core 12 to 15 kids that I really got to know, that I spent all the time with. One was like a young Naomi Campbell who actually sang Broadway musicals and danced around. The other one was this little African girl who and would be like, "What age are you? You need to settle down now. It's time you had a wife and a kid." And you're like, really? And then these kids were way more tribal, who like filthy and living and just so pure, and they gave you so much. They gave me everything that I needed to go to the places that I had to as Sam, in terms of love and in terms of heartbreak.
And where you're going is to the Kodak Pavilion to accept some fabulous awards this year, because you certainly deserve them for Machine Gun Preacher, the best film of the year. I'm the Oscar messenger. They listen to me. If I say it, it's true. I don't say it to everybody because I bet no one would believe me, right? So I only say it to the best Jerry. I'm so proud of you and Michelle. It was lovely to meet you. We only got 4 minutes. It's not fair. But anyway, thanks, Jerry. You made me laugh the last time. This made time. You made me cry. You're a great, great actor. And
thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's
the
very cool.
Oscar goes to...